Welcome to part 2 of our South Jersey football preview in Week 9. Marc Narducci and Phil Anastasia, as this is cut-down weekend, as the playoff teams will be determined after this. Phil, real interesting one on Friday. Camden, coming off a huge win over RV, goes up against a Winslow Township that, even though 3-4, is still playing for a postseason berth.
Very much alive. Yeah. The Eagles have won 2 in a row, scored 66 points in those 2 games. Junior quarterback Prince Drew Bay has really played at a high level, 15 touchdown passes, and he can run a little bit too. And this is a dangerous game for Camden. You know, they've won 5 in a row. They're coming off a huge win over RV. Sort of your natural tendency might be to let down. And if they do, they're in trouble against a Winslow team, Mark, that if they win, I think they get in for because they're going to get a ton of power points, you know, beating a 6-win team in Camden. You know, these teams are natural rivals. There's a lot of kids know each other, the coaching staffs and administrations. There's some connections there. So I think this has got a chance to be one of the most entertaining games of the whole weekend.
Yeah, and by the way, no one's going to want to play Camden in Group 2, I'll tell you that. In another game on Friday, it's Audubon going up against Overbrook. How about Audubon quietly with a win over Bordentown last week? If Audubon wins this game, should be in the Group 1 playoffs.
They should be able to vault in because they're going to get some nice power points beating a 4-win Group 2 team. So obviously something on the line there for the Green Wave. And Overbrook also, Mark, you know, this is a team that's really kind of played well in recent weeks. They've won 3 of 4, coming off a nice win over Holy Cross last week. Where Eric Riley ran for a pair of touchdowns for them. And they have an opportunity to get into, now they'll need some help, depending on, you know, residuals and results of some other games. But really, that's all you can ask for both of these programs. You're at week 9 and you're playing a game, you know, with a lot of meaning. So this should be a good one.
And we have on Saturday at noon, Woodstown at Pennsgrove. Both teams should be in the Group 1 playoffs, especially Pennsgrove will be in there. But this also has conference implications.
This has got a lot to do with the West Jersey Diamond Division, Mark. Salem's leading the way. Both these teams chasing Salem, and Woodstown still plays Salem on Thanksgiving. So that division race is far from decided. But more immediately, both of these teams scrambling for high berths in South Jersey 1. Pennsgrove, which has averaged like 51 points in its last 4 games. I think they get a 1 or a 2 if they win. And Woodstown, which has played very well, won 4 out of 5 since an 0-2 start with the only loss, really a competitive game with West Defford, has a chance to move up to a top 4 seed, which would be huge for a home game. So really a lot on the line for both teams, both in terms of the division and in seeding in South Jersey 1.
And finally, Saturday, 2 o'clock at Cherry Hill West, it'll be Sterling against Haddonfield. Haddonfield playing its games. They're Sterling at 6-1. We talked about only 1 win last year, maybe the most improved team in South Jersey, against a Haddonfield team that's lost 2 in a row, Phil, and is really banged up.
They really are banged up, and they're reeling a little bit, I guess you could say, from losing 2 in a row. You know, emotional loss to their arch rival in overtime, you know, to West Defford, and then really a tough loss down at Cedar Creek, another South Jersey 2 contender last week. But, you know, the beauty of this game from Haddonfield's standpoint is you win this one, it turns your whole season right back around. You're going to get a good seed in 2. You're probably going to get a home game. You got some confidence, some momentum. And you go into South Jersey 2 thinking, hey, anybody can win this, including us. And from Sterling's standpoint, same thing. You win this game, you go in 7-1. You're going to get a good seed. You're probably going to get a home game in the first round. Hey, we can win this. So that's really what's on the line for both of these teams. You know, great opportunity to go into the South Jersey 2 tournament with momentum, with confidence, believing, hey, we can win this thing.
Yeah, there may be no group that's more up for grabs than South Jersey Group 2. Well, that's it. As always, we hope you enjoy the games. For Phil Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.